I'm Marshall Kuras as chicken.
I'm Romeo B. Del Rosario as narrator 4.
I'm Vincent Martin Dipinga as narrator 2.
I'm Ella May Gatis as narrator 1.
I'm Erin Ramirez. I'm Shindo.
I'm Jetro De Leon, narrator 3.
I'm Lisel Mendoza as camera girl.
Oh yeah.
Once there was a woman named Shindo who lived in a village at the foot of Snow Cape Mountain. Her husband had died, and she had no children, so she was very lonely. And she was always tired too, for she had no one to help her with the chores. All on her own, she cleaned the hut, cleaned the yard, tended the chicken, washes her clothes in the river, carried water, cut firewood, and cooked her solitary meals. At the end of each day, Shindo gazed up at the snowy peak and prayed.
Great Mountain Spirit, my work is hard. Send me help.
One day, Shindo was weeding her small field by the river, where she grew vegetables and bananas and gourds. Suddenly, a noble chieftain appeared beside her. I am Great Mountain Spirit. He handed the astonished woman gourd seed. Plant these carefully, they are answer to your prayers. Then the chieftain vanished.
What help could I get from the hunt for seed?
Still she planted and tended them as carefully, and she called. Shindo was amazed at how quickly the seed grew. In just a week alone, vines trailed over the ground and ripe grounds hugged from them.
Shindo brought the guards home, sliced off the tops, and scooped out the pulp. Then she laid the guard on the rafters of her hut dry.
When they hardened, she could sell them at the market as calabashes to be made into bowls and jugs.
One fine gourd Shindo set by the cook fire. This one she wanted to use herself, and she hoped it would dry faster. The next morning, Shindo went off again to tend her field. But meanwhile, back in the hut, the gourds began to change. They sprouted heads, then arms, then legs. Soon they were not gourds at all. They were children.
Itay, come help us. The favorite brother.
One boy lay by the fire where Shindo had put the fine gourd.
The other children called to him from the rafters.
Then the children started quickly on the chores. Clean the hut, clean the yard, feed the chicken, wash the clothes, carried water, cut the wood, cook the meal. All joined in, but Kitete, drying by the fire, had made the boy slow-witted. So he just sat there smiling widely. When the work was done, Kitete helped the others climb back on the rafters. Then they all turned again into the garden.